Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Welcome to a brand new episode of the 60-Second Car. This is minute 26 of The Fast and the Furious. My name is Dan, joined always by the wonderful, the beautiful, the amazing, the handsome, the bearded co-host that is Daniel. We're gonna jump right into this episode right after these. Not break, but it's just the music. Play the music.
60-Second Car.
And we're back with the 60-Second Car. We're back on minute 26. We've just broke. We just drove around. We just watched Dom outrun the cops, but still have to jump in the car and outrun it more. Do you think this is in maybe the eyes of Dominic Toretto? This is more like, I'm too well respected to keep running from the cops. I need a chauffeur, or is maybe he was actually getting caught up on.
I don't know if Brian wouldn't have rolled up, like, with this all potentially being a plan. Would they have just, like, slowly walked behind him and waited for him to get away to see where his hideout was? Like, the car's going, like, 1 mile an hour, and Tom's just like, get away from me. Stop bumping my feet.
Shoo, God, stop.
I'm not going to take you to my hideout. Just arrest me. And they're like, we can't arrest him. We not got to know where his hideout is.
Yeah, it could be one of those things, right? It's one of those things in all the cop movies where it's like when the local ambitious street cop is about to break a case and the FBI comes in and stops him. He's like, "We've been working on this case for 6 months. You're not about to step in and ruin it for us." So one of those things where they're like, if it was something like this is either, and this is something we've talked about in previous episodes, just as a reminder, we've talked about the fact that this could all be set up by Brian. This could all be a setup by the LAPD. So the question still stands, is this a setup, or was there such a bad level of communication between the people that are attempting to break this case and find out who is stealing these DHS and stereos out of these trucks? And they just didn't tell everybody? Or is this actually part of the plan? Don't know.
I don't think we'll ever know.
I don't think we'll ever know. But we did jump in here at the live chat over here on twitch.tv/Danotage is saying that it's probably a setup. And I think Daniel probably agrees. I think I agree with that.
It's the only thing that makes sense. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, the car not catching up to Dom, the only other option would be that this is the first evidence of what Tyrese is talking about in Fast 9, where they have superpowers and they're invincible. So Dom's, running at flash speed to get away from this car. And that's the only thing. Either this is a setup or Dom has super speed, and no one's talking about it yet.
Yeah, I mean, we should really break down. We should go through these minutes from now on thinking about exactly what Tyrese said.
That they're superheroes?
Yeah. Do they have superpowers from the very beginning? And is it evident in these first 3 movies?
I mean, this is our first spot of it, and then Dom's superior, crazy intellect where he can see basically everything around him at all times, like he's in slow motion or something.
Except for the fact that he didn't stay in the parking garage and wait for the cops to go away.
Right. He's learning how to use his powers still. He's a young buck of 24 or whatever they decided.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Because Jordana Brewster is supposed to be, or is 21 in this movie, but is probably playing younger, right?
Yeah, it is an undisclosed. Sure.
Just for the sake of Brian's character.
There's a 13-year age difference between Vin Diesel and Jordana Brewster. If they kept that going for the actual age of the characters, and he's 24, gets yucky real quick.
Would that make her 11? 10?
Yep. 11. But,
11.
it's probably not that. I guess 18, 17, whatever.
18, 19 probably makes the most sense. Although, very capable 18, 19-year-old. But
Running
still.
a business, handling the money.
Everything. I mean, let's be honest. She has the most responsibility.
Yes.
I think she's running the show here.
What if she was? What if all this is she's the real mastermind and Dom's the puppet?
Is she Mr. Toad? Call back to last episode. The end of the Fast 11 or 12, whatever the final movie is going to be, is going to be whoever the leader is, I guess, at this point. First we thought it was Dom. Maybe it's Mia. Shapeshifts into Mr. Toad and drives everybody to hell. How old is Brian? That's a good question. Do you have that? He's like 23, right? 22?
So I've heard the age 24 for Dom from the How Did This Get Made podcast when they talked about this movie. And then for an age for Brian, all they could really speculate is that he might be a 21 Jump Street type, where he's probably like young, like early 20s. But still,
right.
That
older but playing younger.
Yeah, he's 29, I think I wrote down when this all...
Oh, really?
Jordana Brewster's 29, 21. Oh, that must have been my previous note thing. Oh, he's 28 years old in real life when this came out.
Okay. And Vin Diesel's 34?
34.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Huh. All right. Crazy. I'm almost 34, and I don't look like that.
Young baby. I'm almost 35 and I look like this.
Yeah, I mean, whatever it happens, right? So wait, why? I don't remember why we got to ages, but so I lost control
the elephant that's always in the room, the other elephant that's always in the room in this
right.
movie.
Oh, right. So like, yeah, I don't know what's happening, but I do know that they are right. Is when do they actually start realizing their superpowerness or whatever it might be? Because at the end of the movie, just spoilers, whatever. At the end of this movie, Dom gets in a pretty gnarly accident, but it's not any worse than any of the other movies, and he comes out way worse than he does any of the other movies. So
maybe his self-healing powers weren't quite tuned in yet.
Right. He's starting just with his fireproof powers, maybe.
Right.
Yeah, he doesn't have his earthbending yet. I honestly forgot about the earthbending stuff where he stomps on the ground and cracks the asphalt until I saw the video where they talk about all of his powers. I legitimately forgot about it, and watching that video made me laugh so hard out loud. Do you remember what part I'm talking about?
No.
there's I think it's like 5, or no, it's like 6. It's where they're fighting against Little Shaw, and they're in the dark parking lot, and the ground is kind of busted up a little bit. But Dom does like a stomp, and the asphalt just cracks.
Oh, yes, of
like
course.
crazy.
Sorry. Absolutely.
I totally forgot about that part because I knew about all his other powers and how he's fireproof and how he has super strength and how he's impervious to bullets or whatever it is. I forgot about the earthbending until that part. That was just insane. So yeah, I don't know when we should really have that in mind as we go on. Was Tyrese right from the very beginning? Roman I almost said Roman Reigns again. Was Roman right from the very beginning, and have they always had superpowers? Or was it after they met Mr. Nobody? Who knows? Maybe he drugged them and gave them a super serum. All I do know is that he does have the speed or the setup to run from the cops into Brian's car, and that's where we leave us off here, is with Brian's face very concentrated, running away from, I don't know, probably his homies? Who knows?
Some guy he probably has coffee with.
Yeah.
Oh, when you chase me, like, really give me like a little space, because that way I can go on the turns, do some real cool shit. Watch my tricks. You'll see.
And what's crazy is now, okay, so here's the thing. Now he can drive?
Yeah. He can turn and not spin out. It's incredible. He can go high speeds without just crashing for no reason.
He did it.
So here's
a
Tokyo
nice
Drift.
Here. Yeah.
Yeah. Little foreshadowing. 2 movies ahead. A movie he wasn't even in.
It wasn't even in it, no. I don't even think he does any of this in the second movie either.
Nah, I mean, we'll see.
I know he does something cool, but yeah, I don't think, but he does, okay. He does exactly, maybe he learned this in the police academy. He does exactly what the cop did at the beginning of 2 minutes ago when the cop comes roaring in, or a minute ago, I don't remember which one. The cop comes roaring in from the side streets to break up the big car meet. So it's like the same exact move. Yeah, maybe he got it from the police academy.
Yeah, sure. Maybe they're the best drivers, and that's how it's going to work out. So this scene, you have a screenshot up for the viewers. This whole little play is fascinating because Brian pulls out, cuts his car off. This car slows down, right?
Our first civilian, by the way.
Yeah, a civilian. Then when the cop comes out, this car is again going full speed and T-bones the cop car.
Oh yeah, it's a red light too.
Yeah, and it's running that red light. So I know around here anyway, like 2 a.m. or something, the lights just start blinking. So they all become stop signs essentially.
Yeah, that doesn't happen much here.
Okay, so that just might be a local thing. So disregard me thinking it's not that late. But yeah, so that car is then running a red light at full fucking speed and T-bones the cop. The continuity is crazy there.
Yeah, it's weird. They got a nice little cool up close shot here, but
yeah.
But he does that. Yeah, he does that little spin, or the slide, whatever. We got a close up of him concentrating about it. He knows what he's doing, but it really feels like, I mean, maybe he's just a great actor. You know, who knows? Maybe he's just that good of an actor, and that's why he got picked up for being undercover, because all of a sudden he knows how to drive. Then again, he was alone at the stadium, so
maybe he was practicing looking bad at the stadium. There's no one around, so he's like, "Oh, if I just go real fast and spin out, people will think that's my thing." So he's practicing being bad. We figured it out.
Yeah, no,
the prestige.
I get what you're saying. The prestige, the prestige. Yeah, anything could have happened here. Also, Dom definitely doesn't know he has powers yet. Because he gets a little scared here
he grabs the handle.
Yeah. As Brian is going to thread the needle like you were talking about, which is right here. Because he has the cop car running his ass, and then the cop car is coming straight ahead, and he threads said needle, and he's a little nervous.
Well, he just saw this guy like not be able to stop at a line and spin out for no reason, so he's like, "Oh, I'm going to die." Of all the people to show up.
Who's this buster driving me? Yeah. I mean, I don't think we get to it in this minute. Or maybe we do, actually. I believe it is in here. Oh, I won't jump ahead too far. But he does talk about how he's the last person he thought he'd see.
Yeah.
Another maybe clue as to possibly being a cop, or really, if not a cop, trying too hard to get in his attention.
The next minute, I absolutely think Dom knows that he's a cop, like 1,000%. But like this one, he's still a little nervous, and yeah, the fact that he's suddenly very good at this. He even asked him, "You drive like you've done this before. Were you a wheelman?" Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what are you, Wheelman or something? Oh, by the way, this shot, they just catch tons of air.
Great. So good. In this car that, again, was barely running, has no floor.
Right.
Suddenly airborne.
It would be hilarious if in this shot where they're like fifing the air, not even just the panel, you see Dom's legs hanging out the bottom.
He's like hanging out at the bottom of the hole. Because he probably didn't buckle a seatbelt. I bet nobody does.
Oh, no. No, he obviously doesn't have a seatbelt. Why would he have a seatbelt? I don't think Brian has
I said that as a
strap.
I said there's a joke. They're not wearing them. Wow.
No, he's not. Absolutely not. I know that during the race, Brian is wearing his racing straps. I don't think he's wearing them here, though.
So when they're airborne, they hit the ground. They absolutely hit their heads on the ceiling.
Oh, yeah.
Both of them. They're having a bad time.
I want to see just the dash cam of them doing this. Yeah, he's gonna Flintstone it, make it go faster. I mean, who knows? He's pushed and lifted so many things. He could be able to run possibly faster than the car, at least be able to boost it a little bit, you know? And then, yeah, here, we start the conversation of exactly what you mentioned, which is, and you're the last person, something about the fact that you were the last person I expected to show up, and then you drive like you've done this before. What are you, a wheelman or something? And
do you boost cars?
Well, yeah, oh yeah, do you boost cars? And then Brian, does he respond, or does he's very like hesitant, right?
Yeah, there's like a pause here, and then he says no to being a wheelman, and then he asks him if he boosts cars, and then it's in the next minute, but then there's more about this, but like he essentially is like no, so he's just like no, I'm just good at this. Is his response to being grilled directly? Yeah,
right. I do have another shot of insert the whole meme of have somebody look at you like Brian looks at Dom, because man,
wow,
he looks like he's into it. He's swooning. He's about to pass out behind the wheel.
I've done this. You think I've done this before? You think I'm good at this? Oh my god, I love you.
Just more of like, oh, I'm so in.
Yeah. I'm gonna go so fast. I'm gonna be so furious for you.
And then a blue steel. We got a nice Zoolander blue steel here. What a good looking guy, man. He's just a pretty guy. Cause yeah, he okay. So now we go back to the whole acting thing. He now looks like he's trying to win an Oscar while being grilled by Dominic Toretto. Because he looks like he's, again, trying too hard to act, being nonchalant, which, if I'm asking these questions, and maybe this is before movies were like, oh, let's spoof the facts, or his rap sheet and stuff like that, so it looks like he actually is a criminal, he can be trusted, whatever it might be. He looks, if I were to say things like that, and then the guy were to look like Brian looks in this scene, I would automatically be like, you're a damn cop.
Yeah, you're absolutely lying to me.
You're lying to me. You're trying to hide it.
That face right there is his, that might be caught face.
It's either that or I'm wrong. Like, he's wrong. He doesn't know he's wrong, but he's like, I'm nailing this.
Yeah, that's a bigger possibility. He's totally oblivious to the fact that everybody knows. It's like, no one has any idea how great I am.
Did I say that out loud? Oops.
The guys down the precinct will have no idea how fast I made the turn. They're gonna be so proud of me. I didn't even spin out once. What are you talking about?
Sorry, I'm having fun with that.
No, great. That should be a reaction to if we do anything bad. It'll be like one of those stickers in the chat. Wait, go back to the other one. Okay, I thought I could read the sign over shoulder. It's just blurry green.
Oh, it's very blurry, yeah. I don't know what they're driving by. They are driving, though, I believe. Yeah. I do believe that in this scene, they are driving. I don't think this is, like, a fake scene. I know that, like, Michelle Rodriguez in an interview said once that they allow her to pull into things, but never actually drive the car anymore.
Anymore? So was there a time when they did?
Yeah, that's what I would ask her, because I do believe she said anymore.
Michelle Rodriguez, come on the show. We want to ask you about driving.
Oh, we do have a sign that we can figure out where they are. It's got the Belmont Community Adult School.
Oh.
Adult School. A Belmont Community Adult School is... what the heck? Where are we here? It is... Oh, it's near downtown, kind of near, just on the other side of downtown from East LA. Okay, so, okay, that actually makes a lot of sense. If they are maybe near downtown, this is very much near Skid Row, by the way.
The band, 18 in Life, etc.
Yeah.
Sebastian Bach from Gilmore Girls.
Probably just as chaotic. But yeah, it's like right on the other side of Skid Row and Chinatown from East LA and stuff like that. So that leads me to believe if they are downtown late at night in this area, honestly, it's probably pretty empty and barren.
Okay.
Because downtown is mostly business, or mostly like financial and big building business, and essentially like downtown Sacramento in the middle of the night. I don't know if you've ever been there in the middle of the night. There's nothing there. Nobody's driving. Yeah. But in the middle of the day, it's very busy.
Yeah.
So, this is believable as to what this might look like at this time. But yeah, it looks like there's a sign that says, Belmont Community Adult School, which is around the corner. I don't know what the other sign is, but yeah, okay, so this is all right in the middle of everything. So there's a lot of, there's a couple of scenes in this movie where they take a turn on one street, and the next scene, which is the street they turn on, is on a totally different part of town. But a lot of this kind of lines up as far as like real estate kind of goes. So it's not bad. It's not close necessarily, but it's not bad.
One thing I saw in the chat that I want to point out is there's a big wall of text about Brian's age, but really the only thing I'm calling out is that Brian Spillner's birthday is apparently July 4th, 1977. So happy birthday, Brian Spillner.
How old would he be?
77. I'm pretending I'm doing math, thinking about it, but I'm not.
50 or 48? 47?
Yeah, something like that. That would be now.
45? So. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, I guess, he would be, Paul Walker would be probably close to 50, if not 50 by now. So that makes sense.
Yeah, I think Vin's in his 50s.
Yeah. And I believe Vin is probably the oldest out of most of the crew.
Oh, yeah.
Although I don't know how old Ludacris is. He could be like 70 and he just looks great. Who knows? He's been around for a while.
45.
45. Okay. He might, yeah, all right. So they're all about there. But yeah. I mean that pretty much is. We have now ended the chase, right? Because I think they think they're free and clear, and they're chatting.
Just gabbing,
shooting
the car pals,
shit.
wiggling their heads back and forth like that, like they're Willis Smith. Do the thing. Not you, the images. That's good too.
Oh, this thing.
Yeah.
I whip my
Fantastic
baby blue eyes
audio.
back and forth. Oh man, what a good shot. They're good.
So
they
proud of
line up
yourself.
Perfectly.
Yep.
No, not me. I meant them, but yeah. Yeah. Do you have anything else?
My last thing was, do you boost cars? And then it ends. So no.
All right. I mean, I don't really know. I don't think we have anything else. We talked about pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. It's a lot of, and this is something that I've always thought since seeing this movie for the first time. Not that Paul Walker is a bad actor, but Paul Walker playing an undercover cop, playing somebody else is a bad actor.
A dude playing a dude disguised as another dude? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's bad. Brian O'Connor is a bad actor.
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
what I think. I've always thought that. And now that we're like analyzing that, I feel justified at least a little bit. Because, yeah, I mean, I'm not even like a street guy. I'm not even like of the streets necessarily. I know this guy's a cop from the beginning. Not from the beginning, maybe, but there's a lot of clues where I'm like, I think this guy's a cop.
Yeah, absolutely.
There was it was like security camera footage of a in his 30s, maybe late 30s, white dude in a baseball hat and I think maybe a skateboard and some Jordans and some shorts, who was very obviously an undercover cop. And I feel like
I don't know, this guy sounds pretty cool.
I feel like somebody somebody reported that they said, "Hello, officer," and he looked. So I may be making this up. One of you guys can probably report this back to me. I feel like that was in the news recently. Maybe not the news, but like the internet news, the people's news recently, and it was talked about. And man, he doesn't look this bad in this movie, but man, does he look like a cop.
And he just acts like one the whole fucking time.
Especially when they pull up to the car meet at the very, very beginning of this and just standing there. You know, I get that. I've been in awkward positions where I'm just standing there not really knowing what to do with my hands or whatever, or who to talk to. So you just kind of stand there waiting for somebody to walk up to you or not at all. So like, I get that, but like, I'm gonna be honest. I'd probably sit in my car, but maybe that's just me being an introvert.
Until you see Dom and got to offer him your car for money. But I kind of feel like that every time I'm in with my band and going to play a show, I'm always the first one to the venue, and I just roll up and I'm just there and I'm just like, oh, I'm the opener guy. I don't deserve to be in here. I'm sorry I came. Do you want me to leave?
Feeling out of place and stuff like that happens a lot. Yeah, I get that.
And he's trying to get in his first race and like also play a not cop, and then but also he wants the race so bad.
Yeah, and then that's kind of the conflicting thing, right? Does he look nervous because he's a cop, or does he look nervous because, well, this is the life he wants to take and he's got to make a good first impression? Who knows? But yeah, if we got nothing else, that is minute 26 of The Fast and the Furious. This has been the 60-second car. We stream this live, and you can come on and watch us whenever you like at twitch.tv/Danotage. We stream roughly every Tuesday at 5:30 PST. 5:30 is pretty set. The day sometimes changes from Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on what's going on. In fact, I think, is it next week? Yes, next week will not be on Tuesday. It should be on Wednesday. So we will get that going. We'll make that happen, and make sure you come and hang out with us. If you like to watch the visuals and watch all the stuff that we have going on that's pre-recorded, you can watch anytime. Go over to youtube.com/Danotage. In fact, there's a whole playlist, and there's a podcast section at the top of the page. If you click on podcasts, you will literally only see this podcast. So you'll know how to catch up. You'll catch up with all the stuff that you want to catch up on. But more importantly, if you want to, you can go to danotage.tv/60second car, and you can see all this information. You can follow you can follow both Instagram and Twitter accounts for the 60-second car. Or more importantly, if you want to follow us individually, you can follow us at Ovacord, that is Daniel. You can follow Danotage, which is me, and come hang out with us. I mean, Twitter's pretty much dying, right? Twitter's essentially dead. If you want to follow the thing that we're the most active on, it's probably Instagram, right?
Yeah, I logged out of my Twitter. I don't know if I'm going to log back in.
I mean, you can't even read tweets anymore without them saying you can't read tweets anymore.
And apparently, no one sees my stuff anyway, so it's whatever.
Twitter is a hellscape. So if you want to just follow us on Instagram, we do post things there. Like I said, we'll probably do some polls. We'll do all kinds of things. We did figure out what we wanted to talk about last episode and what we wanted to poll everybody on. So if you want to leave us a review on any of your favorite podcasting apps, which you can do because we're on most of them, do so and let us know whether or not you'd like us to cover all the movies in either chronological order or in theatrical release order. What do you think makes the most sense to you? What do you think will be the most fun? I think it can be debated whether or not we want to just go through our favorites or whatever it might be, but we're not going to do that. So either chronological or release date. Let us know what you like. And what else? Am I missing anything else? I don't think so. Go follow Far Beyond Metal. Go listen to that podcast. The only other podcast that exists on the planet Earth. With that being said, I will see you all next time. Have a good day.
Family. Have a good day.
I don't know. I don't know.